Butt plug.
Alright, and we're back with Empire of the Lost Next, part 2 of week number 18. We last left off with the door to this overhanging cell being open. The party walking in on what looks like an individual similarly dressed with dark colors, dark tones, and kind of emaciated, slightly evil-looking skin. His eyes turn to survey the group, looking with judgment and whatnot in his tone. Though he stands erect, sharp, his skin gives off the hue of someone to be... Actually, I need everyone to roll D100s.
Okay.
Everyone roll D100K.
Minus you.
Yeah, I got that.
Big numbers. Small, big and small. We got the whole fucking shebang here.
You guys would have died.
So, Raya and Riker, you're the only one that's familiar with the race called Verve. Everyone else...
Okay, no, that doesn't make sense. I actually speak their language.
Do you?
Yeah, I speak Verban.
Then you know about them. You never met one.
Okay, yeah.
How the fuck does Ryan know?
I'm a fucking mercenary, bitch! Get on my level!
That's more information we've ever heard of Raya than this entire campaign has been put in.
Not wrong. Not
He
wrong.
accidentally gave stuff away.
You fool.
That's literally, that's...
She's like, fuck.
Wow!
But
Her whole backstory has just opened up for everyone.
it's like the open gates of... heaven? No.
Just opening the floodgates.
No. More like
As
the gates of
You guys turn and you see what looks like a Verve. For two of you, at least. One of you, not immediately putting together the idea, but yeah, as you guys look him over, meanwhile, him looking back at you, standing in front of what looks like a gate that has a human that looks beaten, battered, and one eye busted open and bruised. Wow. You guys just stand there for an awkward moment or two with no one speaking.
There was a problem I'm needed for?
Yes, there was a problem, our facilitator, but it's taken care of by itself. I thought you were still needed downstairs. What happened to that?
I needed to go do other things. So you're saying you called for me, and now you're going back on that?
I didn't call for you.
I heard there was a problem.
Heard from who? The fools downstairs? You can't trust them for anything. You should know that.
Oh no, that's the sensing motives now.
Look.
Okay, up until that point, there's no reason not to immediately sense motive, but then it's a bit like, yeah.
Oh my god!
You have bluff.
Jesus Christ.
He
Roll
doesn't
your
have
bluff.
enough.
This is ridiculous.
Bluff is luck, right?
Yeah.
Based off luck, yes.
I mean, it should be in your
Alright.
macro, so.
Yeah, there's a macro for it.
I don't have a token yet.
Oh, well, you
But
don't need
you-
a token, it's on your character
Yeah, you
sheet.
could. Yeah, you should open.
Yeah, I'm just looking it up. So it's a D10 plus 0 minus 0. I mean minus 5.
Oh no!
I got -2.
No, you can go on your character sheet, there's tokens.
Yeah, like,
It's under
Oh.
attributes and abilities.
Oh shit.
how
Oh
have you
my.
never done this before?
Because I
He
usually had
has.
character tokens.
He has.
Did you have all of your like skills
0.
up in your top tool bar? Whatever.
I had a
See one of
lot.
those.
Everything I used.
So,
So,
zero, yeah.
looking him over, it obviously looks like he's keeping something from you, but you're not in the know, so you don't know anything to actually call him on in your own regard.
You hiding something from me?
No.
Astronaut's looking at Akiyama like, what are you doing? Why are you antagonizing him?
Yeah.
Wait, why is there a D10 right there?
Sure, there's a D10.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Do I even have to keep rolling this? It's
No.
obvious.
No.
That's why I immediately responded with yes.
Okay.
I think you are.
Alright, okay. I know you're the arch facilitator of this floor. You're supposed to be the one doing the beatings, but he mouthed off to me, so even though I took the pleasure away from you, I'm sorry, sir.
Right. What was the problem?
Thinking back, you know that the giants caught him surveying the outer areas of this floor instead of properly being in the area to cure or heal the baby kids that got injured and whatnot. So he's basically was caught not where he was supposed to be. But you know he was doing that because he was trying to figure out a way to get out of here, to help you guys out of here.
This prisoner here was caught in restricted areas, and thus he must be punished. That's standard procedure, isn't it, sir?
That it is, but it's something I should be doing. I think it's best if we take him with me. Better facilities for such things elsewhere.
This is the prison area, is it not?
Yes.
So, where are you going to? This is like the torture area. This is where we take people to torture. Why would you take them somewhere different?
No, I thought this was just like a cell.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, wait. Ash, is this just a kind of like small holding area? That's what I got the impression of.
I got
You
the
got
impression
the impression of what you think you know.
Yeah, okay.
And he's confirming something else.
Well, that's like, how big is this room?
Decent. You look around, there's about 6 or 7 more cells.
It's not huge. There's better facilities elsewhere. You should know that.
Well, yeah, I should, but these facilities are more than necessary.
For someone like you, maybe, but that's why I'm an arch facilitator and you're just a facilitator.
Well, that is... Listen, sir, don't you have anything... This is like a lowly matter. You should be off doing more important things, more... This lowly prisoner is...
Yes, but you thought it necessary to get me involved, and now I'm involved.
I made a mistake, sir.
Allow
Why
me
are you
to
so
take...
interested in this prisoner?
Astero's looking over at Akiyama like he's giving us an out. Come on.
Allow me to take the prisoner to a different and better facility.
Why? Better.
If they were sneaking around in places where they shouldn't be, then there might be such reasons for that. Reasons that we can get out of them.
You can do that here.
Yes, but that would take more time.
It would take more time to stay right here than to...
Oh, is that a sense motive for you? Eh?
Yeah, that's a sense motive. Like, I'm calling bullshit on that now.
Oh shit, I failed.
Oh shit.
You actually failed?
Are you serious?
Yeah, I rolled very low, and he rolled very high.
Oh my god, we actually have
Oh.
a challenger.
Oh.
So as you begin to look his person over, you're starting to see discrepancies in his overall demeanor. Not just that his words don't seem to be adding up, but things he's been saying just doesn't seem to make sense. Also,
Like he has legs.
the fact that he was obscured a bit from the other people like flanking him, you notice, looking past his cloak that he's trying to keep down, you see feet.
That.
I look. Osiris looks down at your feet, and he looks back up. Grow those anytime soon, sir?
Oh my god.
With sufficient enough magical power, you can do many things.
Like growing it.
Riker's just standing there getting fancy, trying not to draw his weapons already.
Oh my god.
You're not the facilitator. I mean, you're not the arc facilitator, are you?
I'm looking at Akiyama. I have my toe in my hand.
Is he serious with that? Is that like a bluff?
What?
Like, what?
Like,
Is it a bluff?
is Osiris actually is he calling him out in that he's sure that he's...
Yeah, like is he sure on it
Ah!
himself? Or is he
Oh.
like kind
Oh, I
of
get it.
bluffing?
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Oh, yeah, if
So
he's
would it be
saying
a
out,
sense motive or bluff? There's no real role to figure out if someone's fully understood, if they understand what they know is true or not. So
That's exactly what sense
I
motive
mean,
is.
you can tell, like, if they're unsure.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
the conviction in their voice.
yeah, like yeah, that's the entire thing. Like how good they are at faking conviction if they're bluffing.
in this sense, it looks like he's calling you out on the faultiness of your like, he looks like he's just calling you out. There's no positive or negative or indecision. It's just like he's calling you out on a specific problem of your outfit.
Kind of shake his head from side to side. Yeah.
So convincing.
Is the giant
my
still
God.
there?
No,
No, we
Can't go
fucking
up here.
left him.
Okay.
He left a
He
while
walked
ago.
away.
they can't
Alright.
go up here.
Osiris is gonna say to the entire group, "Alright, hey,
He turns into an Inuyaiken.
Speaking of Yikes,
Oh my gosh.
So, Cyrus, what do you say?
He's gone. He has to deal with his dog.
Oh, shit.
So Asteron, in the meantime, while this is going on, so
Wait,
hey
he might-
Fiona, we haven't talked in a while. Oh, hey.
sorry, dogs."
Also, fuck you, Philip. You're not gonna fucking start talking to someone else as this battle of
Yeah.
bluffs is going on.
Alright, Osiris is gonna, he's gonna say to the group, "Alright, I got a question for all of you, and I want you all to answer at the same time. What's his name?"
To suck.
He's like,
Riker doesn't say anything.
Neither does Fiona.
Alright. Who the fuck are you guys?
Who the fuck are you? What the fuck are you? I haven't seen anything like you before in my life.
yeah, I didn't think you're a facilitator.
He's a verb.
A what?
No. Okay. So, we're both not facilitators, right? I think we've got that kind of...
I think that's what's happened. Yes.
Oh, thank the gods!
Do you want to get out the dock?
Oh my god. You have no
Do
idea.
you want to get out of the dark? The most real question that has ever been asked.
You have a way?
Kind of, sort of.
We're working on it.
Cyrus.
Normal mixture of
I look over
ways.
to the general.
Who are you people? If you're not facilitators, why are you here?
I suppose
Oh,
in this
that's-
situation we're technically thieves.
And now assassins.
I've never hurt anyone.
Stop speaking around the
You are
bush and
not-
answer the question.
Don't pretend you didn't pull your sword out.
The self-defense. It's different.
Sir, with respect, I don't think we should be antagonizing the only non-evil people we've met so far.
Stop being so foolish, Cyrus. You've met these guys for 10 seconds. We don't know anything of their cantor.
Yeah, maybe it's a double bluff. Maybe we are actually facilitators.
What we know is that they're wearing the skin of Tasak. Who are
Exactly.
you?
It's like a cloak.
He's wearing the skin of Tasak. That must mean they killed Tasak. I don't think Tasak is the kind of person to let anybody wear his skin. Don't you think so, sir?
And I'm
Stop
not one
calling
to
it skin.
immediately agree with someone wearing his skin. Now, as he ignores Osiris, back to you guys. Who are you?
It's not skin.
Not
like-
to your knowledge.
It's like fabric or something.
In denial that he's wearing someone else's skin right now.
Can I roll a praise?
Except it's definitely not skin.
I want to roll a praise.
Yeah, you've never seen any fabric like this before.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I think I was just
God.
gonna kind of.
It's definitely not wool. It's definitely not burlap. It's definitely not cotton. Has a kind of skin texture to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this off after it out of here.
Astron just holds his
Trying to
hands
get
out.
a gimp
Gimme,
suit.
gimme. As he takes the
No,
skin cloak away from you.
no.
As you guys
No,
are
what?
being indecisive, not answering his question, the general gestures to Cyrus to let him out.
Cyrus lets him out.
My axe is coming up a little bit more.
Meantime, Astron's pulling on Akiyama's cloak. Gimme.
No,
I'm
I-
stepping in the way of Akiyama.
What are you doing?
I'm in front of you.
Yes, I'm
As
asking
soon
what
as
you're doing.
Osiris sees this, he puts his hand on his blade. I'm sorry, sir. Maybe right now.
So time finally gets to this point where tension's slowly starting to build. The rest of you guys, ignoring the person's declaration to ask for, like, who you guys are, and your group, seeming to completely wash off any declaration being made and not giving him an answer, it slowly starts to build the tension up in the room.
The man asks you all a question. I suggest you answer it.
We're not exactly like a set group or anything.
There isn't really a name for what we are.
All right, you
Trying
know
to
what?
get out the dark.
We just want to get out of here.
The answer is long and arduous and wholly incomplete. Suffice it to say we are not your enemy, and therefore can be an ally for the time being.
And your allegiances?
I don't speak for everyone here, but my allegiance is to them.
As is mine.
I just want to get out of here. Beyond of that, I suppose I'm aligned to Swan.
They're alright.
I'm aligned to my friends.
As you all say that, his gaze, with his one good eye passing over you. I don't sense any lies from you. Then we may have an agreement. As his guise of trying to act strong fades for a moment as he hunches over, covering his side.
If he like goes down, I try and catch him, like, to help him up.
If you want, I can have a look at that.
You can't. The fire of the facilitators cannot be healed.
Really?
I wouldn't bet on that until you can see what he can do.
Before you do, he looks at you, Osiris, and gives you a nod of thanks before trying to stand up on his own strength again. Standing tall, back erect. I'm General Ogreth, defected Duke of the Empire, sworn allegiance to Adalsan. If you get me out of here, you'll be doing so with great thanks to the future King of the Empire, or Queen.
Do I know who that is?
Me.
General
too.
Greth would
Oh,
resound in knowledge to every single last one of you. He was the Western Duke, or Eastern Duke of the Empire that controlled the city of Goldkoth.
okay.
Can you write that down, please?
Duke. Goldkoth.
Okay, thank you.
Oh,
Also, Astron,
Goldkoth.
fuck you. You spelled it wrong. That's why I asked Ash.
So how did a Duke get in the dark?
I was sold by agents of Crow and brought here to oversee my eternal punishment.
Oh, do you live forever?
No, you just don't age here.
Ew!
As we've seen.
We already know
I look
that.
over to Fiona. Huh. Okay.
So I'll just look down.
Well, that explains that. Huh. Well, hi, I'm Asteron. Nice to meet you. He walks up and
Before you
tries to
even
shake his
finish
hand.
getting your name out, he hunches back over and puts his support back on Osiris.
ooh.
Do you mind if I at least give you a look over?
It can't hurt, sir. He looks like he knows something.
He grimaces, but eventually tucks his pride away and nods.
I'll step out of Alkiema's way again.
You can also
Go
find
ahead.
Ogreth in the nobility section of the non-player characters.
Asteron looks
Uh,
over to... Oh, go
Can
on.
I
I
throw
can't.
before throwing attempting to stabilize, can I throw a search on him to kind of look him over, see if there's anything kind of visible in this kind of.
That would be through the stabilize check.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so just first straight stabilize. Any DC was made easier by I think it's 2.
You do find the wounded area in question, and much to your dismay, from what he said, you try anything that goes through your head of how to handle injuries, and the burn marks that seem to plague the lower part or upper part of his pelvis and covering all the way just under his right breast is scarred and the tissue just does not seem to set or take any healing ointments or ways
What
of
about
dealing
the
with birds
Fire
that you know of.
miracle? What about miracle?
You don't know. Miracles don't govern stabilize checks. Magic healing doesn't cover stabilize check.
Looks difficult, but you're at least true that there being no normal means of being able to assist there. But if you give me a moment.
And while you're
And
going over
Mark?
trying to find things, you guys have a moment that passes within 10 minutes that Akiyama's doing all this stuff, as Osiris kind of stands there, keeping an eye on this, but at the same time looking in curiosity towards the rest of you.
So,
You said you all had a way out of the dark.
it's
Well?
iffy. We're tasked with trying to kill or drive out all of the facilitators.
Tasked by whom?
A certain two-headed, spectacled giant down on the second floor. No, sorry, not second. Last floor. Why did I change my accent? I don't know. I'm going back to it.
He's not weirder this time.
So, your name's Osiris?
Yes.
So, how attractive is Osiris?
What? Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Well, your
God.
charisma, fool.
What the fuck do I roll for charisma again?
3d6.
3d6.
May I remind everyone that I look
Develop
like a
modifier.
man?
And yet you're one charisma.
4.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Do Verve have a modifier?
Still prettier than me.
So you look pretty rough. He looks like someone has a hard expression, and he just doesn't seem to be interested in keeping up personal appearances more than just physical worth. And at the same time, the way he talks, it's very stunted and short. That just doesn't give off the impression of someone that's easy to talk to as well.
Wow,
Okay.
we have a lot in common.
Yeah, so Astron points at Osiris and looks over at Raya.
So Astron points at the other man over there with flaming red hair and axe and dressed in what looks like almost living fire kimono.
What?
I mean... As Astron looks Osiris over. I think it could work.
I don't know what that means.
Hey, Osiris, what
So
you
anyways, two-headed giant. Tell me more.
into? He tasked us with killing the facilitators. He didn't really give us a whole lot of information.
And you trust this giant?
Well, he had the chance to kill us, and he didn't.
He actually probably saved us from a worse fate.
Mm-hmm.
And you truly believe this is our best chance of getting out of the dark?
Well, not so much that, as much it's an option for us now, considering where we are. I mean, at first we were just gonna go and do it the normal way and getting, the tongue of a snatcher, eye of a dark river, all that good stuff. But you see, then we went into a swamp, and then the swamp lord took us, and then he has our friends. Well, they're friends. So now I'm trying to figure out exactly how I'm supposed to get myself out of a situation.
Kidnap me.
Oh yeah, he also kidnapped that one.
Is what he says true? I say, looking at Rykor, who seems to be the most level-headed person.
It is. The path we take now may not be an agreeable option for us, but left with very few I aim to make it a successful one.
Also, full disclosure, the last person who joined us died like 10 minutes ago, so just so you know.
That
Is
again.
that really something that you need to disclose?
I mean, he should probably know what he's getting himself into.
That
Are
is
you
true.
really into full disclosure, Astronaut?
Oh, do you want me to tell him as he starts scratching at his head?
Just curious.
Tell us
I
about
mean-
what?
Yeah, you'll figure it out sooner or later. Probably, maybe.
I think this
Anyway.
is something I should know now then.
Nah, that's cool. Don't worry about it.
Maybe it is best he knows now.
I just met this man.
And I just met you
If he's
too.
going to join us. Who knows? We'll find out.
Right, it doesn't matter now.
Yes,
I
let's
look-
go to another subject.
I look over at Akiyama and the general. How's it going over there?
It's around this time that he begins to finish off what Akiyama believes can do and completes. Why don't you go ahead and describe how you cast your divine miracle?
Yeah, boy, been waiting so long. Alright, so he's kind of mumbling very quietly some kind of
Oh my
unsound
god, I forgot
prayer
about
to
this.
Swan. And while doing so, he's kind of almost
Oh
uncomfortably
my god, yes.
like caressing the injury. The way a lover might caress someone. It's a bit awkward looking.
The general doesn't seem to be bothered.
Well,
Astron
alright
looks
then.
on really jealous right now.
What's his charisma? Yeah, they're
He's
both
been in
seven.
here for a long time and been beat grievously as you look him
Yeah.
over. It's,
Don't help.
yeah. He has a very militaristic personality, so it seems hard to approach.
But, no. What's my miracle do?
What's the base DC? Because remember, it's 2 harder.
It's 4. So I still succeed. Got a 5. Should heal for 5 if it
What's the
heals
base
for
DC?
The base DC is 2. So
Okay.
it became 4.
Yeah, because I asked the base and you're like, it's 4. It's like, 2 plus 4 is 6. But yeah, as you use your miracle, you feel the strained but still touch of Swan work through your hands. Your movements, and caresses seem to emanate a small, dull light that go over the wound. And as the light slowly creeps across his body, almost like a second sheen, as it touches the area that seems to be affected by the burns, it doesn't circumference it. It goes around his entire frame, but the sheen seems to ignore that area. As his eye begins to open, or unswell, and begin to open. Still look a little bloodshot, but he blinks a couple times, able to see. His wounds from being beaten up start to get closed, and he starts to look significantly better than what he was when you guys first saw him, but the burns still seem to be present.
Doesn't seem to help your burns, but keep doing this to sort out everything else.
It's done more than you could ever have known. I thank you, he says, looking at you in the eyes, Akiyama, and nodding.
It's fine. Besides, we're gonna need you in fighting shape anyway.
I doubt
general-
my fighting shape would be much needed. I'm a tactical fighter, not a physical one.
That's why I'm here.
And what is it exactly that you do?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
I don't know how to really describe it. I'm a soldier for the resistance.
Oh,
Is that so?
Very
one
so.
of them.
I was with the general here when we were attacked, and now I'm here with him.
I just sort of look over to Akiyama for confirmation.
Confirmation on what?
It's just a habit he's fallen into to see if people are lying.
Oh,
Akiyama's
Ironic.
getting to the point where he's liking these people and already trusting him, so yeah, he seems like he trusts them.
Well, like, in this situation, what's the fucking point? Plus, like, I know who this general is, and I would know that they're no longer.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like, you fucking want me?
A 42 cents motive. That's what I want from you.
But I don't have to sense motive everything. Thank you very much. I was gonna do something.
How dare you judge him by his sense motive?
Yeah, I'm more than just a sense motive.
No, you're not.
He also has a cute little fox butt. So as we continue on,
Excuse me.
what does the fox say? As you guys
Oh my
start
god!
to sit there,
I'm not happy.
No, it says I want to go home.
the sounds of rock hitting rock, sliding against itself, starts to become overly present on this floor. Looking out the windows, you can see guards of giants slowly moving over towards the other pillar that you spotted out earlier, Rykor. And viewing it, it seems like the rock is sliding down it slowly, as if something else is approaching to this floor.
That may be our ticket up, but I don't fancy what might be coming down it.
Did you annoy anyone else before we got here?
well, we're here captured, so
Did you annoy anyone in particular?
Anyone that might be coming back.
did we actually?
Thinking about, no, you didn't know anybody, but you do know you're working on a timetable, and them getting here kind of threw you off. There is, which was technically already known to the group, but they forgot, inspection that was supposed to be scheduled for today for our facilitator to investigate.
Oh, I didn't
floor.
forget.
Oh, right.
I didn't forget.
And as you kind of get brought back into to timetables, you realized you're far past that table, that the one ARC facilitator to come down here should have been here already.
So, just wanna mob them when they come in here?
They're due for any minute now.
Is that the only entrance as I point to the door?
This is kind of near the ceiling.
Not sure I really understand.
Yeah, you guys are
Yeah.
on the ceiling about 200 feet off the ground, in a broom that's hanging in the ceiling.
Ah, I see. That's how this is. I see.
Best idea is just let them come in themselves and just mob them.
can they see, like, can we see outside and they see inside, so we can't exactly ambush them, or?
If they're perceptive enough, you could. Or if they are perceptive enough. They could see
Hide
up.
away from the windows.
Well, does anyone, do we want to hide and ambush? Do you want to formulate a plan? Like, do the whole, oh, my prisoner, my cellmate is sick, please, guard, come in here and check on him.
Well, Mr. General, you said you were a tactician, didn't you?
Yes. When I used to work with the Empire, I was the one that came up with most of the plans to defeat our enemies across the seas.
So what do you suggest we do?
I wouldn't lie that my brain is probably not in the best working order since being here, but if I were to guess, fighting our way would be suicidal. We'd be losing more people than we'd be gaining.
So?
Should we stay here and hope they don't come?
Depending on who comes, convincing them that everything is in order might be the best way to proceed.
Oh, see, the problem is I don't think a disguise like this will hold up very well against an actual arch facilitator.
I don't know,
I mean,
maybe we could
Luckily,
prop you up
you're
somewhere?
no longer just a single arc facilitator. You're an arc facilitator, as he looks to Osiris, and the person that's been working as an apprentice for the last month.
Seems like moving up in the world. A lot of promotions here.
So you've been here for like a month, working as a minor facilitator? Nice job! As I fist bump Osiris' shoulder. Good.
As he does, you go through
as
you hit your shoulder, you go through the memories of everything that you had to go through doing here. How many people that you resigned to death, knowing that you couldn't do anything to save them and the general at the same time, while trying to weasel your way down here to this floor to try to rescue him, and all that goes through your head when he's praising you for your good job.
Am I allowed to order you around then?
What?
Astron always knows the worst thing to say.
Always.
Are you allowed to what?
Am I allowed to order you around then?
Well, hold on before you get to that. Osiris, what was your response to Astron?
Osiris just looks at Asteron and says, as he punches my shoulder, I just look at where he touched me, and then I look back at him and I say, you should learn to curb your tongue.
Praise the Lord, someone besides me said it.
As he sticks out his tongue. Ah. Okay, so what should we do? Is there like a little handshake we should learn?
What?
For the facilitator, so we can kind of ease around the situation. Is there just like a, type of thing? Or
But he's bordering on actually asking a good question there. We don't really know much about the facilitators. I've kind of just been making everything up as we go along.
Astron's whole state of being.
kind of asking a good question.
Borderline asking a good question.
Is there anything about the facilitators we should know about? Give a bit more of a convincing lie?
Go ahead and make just a base intelligence check. Your magic plus a d10.
Are you talking to me or
Yes, to you.
Okay.
This will serve for how much you've learned while being in here.
All right.
It's gonna be a 6, I tell you.
Don't be
Total roll is
fucking-
gonna be a 6.
Don't be an idiot.
Shit.
Gonna be a 6. Close enough.
So, what you initially came in here for was really bottlenecked or I forgot the term. Where you ignore everything except for the single point you're paying attention to.
Tunnel vision.
Tunnel vision. Thank
Tunnel
you.
vision.
Yeah, tunnel vision on your goal of getting the general out of here. So you only work towards that, which unfortunately left a lot of information like to the wayside. What you do know is that there's 6 facilitators in total, ranging from the regular facilitators, the 2 ARC facilitators, and then the Grand Facilitator.
I relay that information to the group.
Right.
Can you repeat that again real quick? Sorry, I'm not the best at taking notes.
There's 6 facilitators.
Mhm.
Right. 2. Is it 2 of them or just 2 in general?
There's 2 ARC facilitators in general.
Yeah.
And then 1 Grand.
All right.
Coolio.
So we've taken down 1 ARC facilitator. And okay, so all right, so I relate to him. So we took out Tisog, as you see, with the cloak. We also took down this big metal guy that had like armor. He was kind of an asshole. He kept absorbing magic. Do you know that guy?
Can't say I do.
Do a knowledge local.
Oh, okay. I mean,
That's a funny idea. Someone actually using knowledge local in here.
I
have
know.
knowledge local, but like
Yeah,
I
that's
can't
weird.
use that because
I
this
don't have
isn't
any
my
in it, so
local.
it's like 9.
So it's 9, yeah.
Can't say much. You don't know.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, apparently he was a facilitator, so took out 2, so he just got 4 more to go.
You took out 2 already.
Barely.
Well, I mean, the other guy was dead after the second one with the ARC facilitator, creepy guy. But yeah, we took him out.
Can you
Not
please
easily,
stop
but
bringing
yeah.
that back up?
What?
But yeah, we managed to kill 2.
So there's no doubt that the rest know.
Do they have like a constant communication thing where they always know who's alive or dead?
I can only assume.
I thought you said you picked up something that they were communicating with.
That's a demon's heart. It's a bit different than that.
Yeah, it only communicates with one single other sphere. So I mean, unless they like paired up with each other, maybe the one that was paired up with Mr. Arc Facilitator might have picked up that, oh, he's not answering his thing. Maybe I should check on him. That could happen. Also, how much
Both
progress?
arch facilitators were communicating.
How much progress has the pillar made by this point?
You can't tell. Because it is just a pillar that's just moving down. You don't see a top.
Okay. All right, we should probably start hiding or making up something. So, what's the game plan here? As I hold out my light tome, waving my hand around.
If I
Are
were
you
to
a-
take a guess, I would imagine that this grand facilitator holds 1 stone for each of his unders.
Perhaps, or maybe it's like a buddy system, and maybe the second arc facilitator has the other stone.
Maybe they have people outside the dark. These can allow
Reach outside
conversation outside of the plane.
Yeah,
Rykor,
that's
this
true.
is feeling eerily similar to what we saw in Elwood.
What?
What do you see in? What do you see there?
You don't want to know.
Sounds like that might be important.
Well then, okay. So looking over to Osiris, are you like an ambush guy? Do you like to get all up and close? Do you go from like range? Do you go in and out?
I trained in the ways of the Scholar Blade.
Okay, so you know what you're doing. Fine, cool. I have no idea what that is, but okay. So, guys, get into position. Get into your position as Astron's waiting 20 feet from the door with his light tome, doing this.
My general
Making sure the door's
said
closed.
that fighting them would be almost akin to suicide. Are you suicidal?
Well, fighting them down there, yes, but if one of them comes in here, that's a lot more plausible.
Plus, he said that before we told him that we already killed two. So, come on, guys, get into position.
Brianna will pull out her bow.
Yeah, weapons out. I'm trying to position myself in a way where I can see the whole courtyard, but not be seen from the courtyard. If that's
I'm gonna
possible.
get by the door.
Is there
But,
any cover in this room?
Also,
Looking through the room, it has a couple of tables, a wall that seems to be completely covered with torturing devices of many different kinds. 8 cages in total. Or not cages, cells.
I point to the torture devices. I bet you'll get bonus points if you're able to lodge him on the wall there, as I point to Raya and Rykor. And then I kind of just try to ease the table over, try not to make too much noise. So I try to flip it so it's, you know.
While they're
I would
doing
just like to
that,
say,
I'd probably go help the general get like as far away from the door as possible because he doesn't really look like he's in a.
actually,
position to
Brianna
get
will go over
involved.
to Akiyama. Do you think you can patch me up a little bit, just in
I was
case we
about
do
to
get
say.
into a...
I was going to say,
I-
you are really bad.
I got quite hurt in that last fight.
Give me a second.
Alright.
Raya's scratching a little more viciously at the arm holding her axe.
Hey, Raya, if you got poison ivy, I'm pretty sure I got like a salve for that. Or I can lick it for you.
I suppose it's, as long as I get the general over there without problem, I'd stabilize Fiona twice. 1,
Nice.
2.
Okay, so
But-
is the table flipped, by the way, by this point? I'm just trying to just flip it, like, take it and try to flip it over without, kick it over and causing a big ruckus. Oh, gosh.
How did you not realize that's what that would be?
I mean, I knew it was going to be that, but I was
You
kinda
realize
hoping
how
that he
much
would
noise
just
you're gonna make when you fail this, right?
That was,
Oh, God.
12.
What's so bad?
As you're able to get underneath it and like put your shoulder against the top of it and eventually push it over.
Okay, alright. So,
Fiona,
Fiona, now
got
now we have
D6.
cover.
Fiona's got D6 for
Wait,
hit
what?
die, right?
We got
D8.
cover now.
D8. Right. So 1, 2. Bam, bam.
Nice. It's something. I'm okay with this.
Okay, Astron hides behind the table.
Better than nothing.
Approximately how many people can fit behind here?
Three humanoids or one humanoid and a Rykor.
Mm.
I'm not going behind the table.
Yeah, I figured.
300-pound Dorito.
As time finally passes, you watch as the top of the lift finally starts to come into vision. As from the distance, you see two silhouettes come out of the shadow of the columns. As you watch, one come into visible sight that has these long, dark horns that curve upwards around its face Its overall visage seems to be completely obscured by darkness, and its eyes seem to be red slits that turn and watch the giants as they stand at attention. Its frame looking feminine, but overall its appearance looking to be nothing but a moving silhouette. And then next to it, Raya and Rykor, you begin to tense up as a small amount of fear begins to reside back in your person. As from the shadow, you watch a red-armored, familiar individual step into view.
Hey.
Raya looks like she's gonna be sick.
As this is where we're going to take a break.
Oh, a break! Thank you. I actually get to continue on with this story.
I knew there was a reason I was having a fucking panic attack.
So,
What's that?
thank you guys for watching. We're going to be back here in about 10 to 15 minutes. It's time to stand up, use the restroom, all that fun stuff, and we'll see you guys back here then. Peace.
So good.
Okay, so I'm sure you two really want to talk about this. I just love the fact that right now I'm in as much confusion as Astron would be. Once you guys start to actually freak out, be like, what?
And
Nope.